1, go.
I'm trying to be a parent, but I gotta run an errand. I promise when I'm
I feel like this song has a different meaning now.
Yeah, God, this stuff is tough.
I'm trying to be a parent.
I am actually a parent.
Sometimes you gotta drink cause that shit can be kind of
Yes.
stressful. Sometimes you hit the blunt cause that green will help you rest your.
Yes.
You know you're extra slacking when you
More so edibles. Like, bro, how you wipe your baby boo-boo?
Or do anything.
Anything at all. And make moms laugh.
Who you know got it like the King's family.
Amanda and Sean.
It's the name G.
Yeah.
Now welcome to the
Podcast.
Trying to parent and
Make pops laugh.
Who you know got it like the King's family. Amanda and Sean. It's the name G. Yeah.
Wow, you guys. Hi.
Now this podcast gets really interesting because, as you guys are aware from the last episode, we are officially parents. Like, Amanda gave birth to the baby. We tried to give him back. They were like, you have to keep him. And now we're parents. Sorry about missing last week. We're going to try and get on top of this more. But that was the first week after having the baby, really. Well, actually, we had the baby. And then shortly after that, we did the podcast.
Yeah.
And then it really settled in and we had a baby. So all the sleeping stuff got a little off. And
Yeah. We're adjusting.
yeah,
so.
got a little bit more figured out now. But boy, do we have lots and lots of stuff to talk about. So let's hop right into it. I think the first thing I have down here, which probably isn't where we want to start, but there will be no flow of timeline to which this stuff matters. We're just going to talk about it. But the very first thing is his poop doesn't stink.
No.
Which, again, doesn't make sense to me.
It's just all breast milk.
Yeah, I understand that you like, but you had one of those old breast pads that laid around.
Oh my God.
And boy, did that fucking stink.
Yeah, I leave little pads around because I change like as fast as I can. I'm changing bras and stuff, and I have these little pads because my boobs are leaky.
Leaky boobs. Better than leaky butt.
And our closet smelled so bad, and you're like, "What the fuck is this?"
Like,
and I'm
what
like,
is that
"I think it's
smell?"
my breast pad." Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
And it was. So the fact that smells like that did, and his poop
Just
isn't
like
stinking.
rancid, like sour.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of. We'll stop talking about it because it's making me uncomfortable thinking back. But let's be honest, Amanda did birth a super cute baby.
Oh, he's asleep.
Oh, good thing you covered up your nipple there because he was going for the grab.
Yeah, seriously. Don't pull my headphones off.
But yeah, he ended up turning out super cute, which is nice. Always a good sign. A lot of people are saying he looks a lot like me, which is good because I wasn't sure if he was mine.
He's got a little round head like me, though.
He does have a little round head, which, he's got a nice, very nice shaped head. He's got this sweet little, we're actually sitting here looking at him because Amanda's holding him while we're doing the podcast.
Yeah.
But he's got this sweet, he's got like a decent amount of hair, which is super blonde and thin. So it's much less prevalent on the top of his head and much more on the sides and in the back. So it kind of looks like he's a little old man with, his
weird hairline.
Decreasing hairline, yeah. But anyways, let's kind of jump to.
There was a lot of things that happened over the last week.
Yeah, a lot of things that happened over the last 2 weeks because we haven't done the podcast in 2 weeks. So I apologize. This is episode 58. If you're not aware, this is the Trying to Parent podcast. And let's start with the first night because you get the baby home and you're like, all right, now we have to sleep with him. Not like with him, but like he's here and he's going to sleep in the same room that we're sleeping in, which I think that was a little difficult. We definitely didn't sleep a whole lot.
No, because he wanted to be held. Mm-hmm. He was not a fan of his bassinet or his crib right away. He's still iffy about it, but much better.
You're just spitting out the binky, aren't you, buddy?
No.
But yeah, the first night wasn't great, and then I heard people saying like, oh, the second night's going to be worse. And I actually think the second night was better. We've been getting into better sleep patterns. lately, and he's been sleeping a lot more longer stretches, which is nice.
Yeah, because I'm actually I feel like I need to be setting alarms because he'll go 4 hours if I.
Yeah. 4 hours of sleeping without the booby.
Here we go.
Uh-oh, do you need booby again?
Yeah, I think so. Mr. Booby Monster over here.
So as he keeps going, we'll talk about how strong he is. Little dude is super strong. I'm talking like day 2, as you were holding him on his chest, or as we were holding him on. Oh, whoa, yeah, Bubby. I'm going to kill Amanda's mic a little bit till you get on the tit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to talk about the breastfeeding thing because that's been a challenge to say the least.
It definitely has.
Got it? You got it figured out there, buddy? Ooh, fight to the pain. Fight to the pain. All right, good job.
Okay.
All right, so like we were saying, talking about his strength. Babies have that like chimpanzee strength.
Yeah, very surprising.
They have those chimpanzee limbs. They like hold their arms out and stuff like that.
Like
So funny. It's like you just got knocked out. Like all your motions are like so stiff and the fingers and everything are like you're gripping on for life.
Yep.
But yeah, I was mentioning him holding up his head. Like literally day 2, you'd be laying him on your chest and you just like picking his head up and looking up at you and all this stuff. And I've only had one baby, so I don't really know how that process is supposed to go. But he seemed to be very capable very early on, really working on his neck gains. So hopefully nice traps are in his future for holding that head up. Luckily, again, his head's not huge, so it's not like he's holding up, Mondo head over here.
Yeah.
But also his grip, very strong grip. And Amanda has felt that many times, whether it be on her nipples that he's grabbing or other things. But
Yep. Very. He got my hair really good the other day.
did it? I've been waiting for him to grab my beard, but he hasn't done it yet. He had my necklace in a clench the other day, and I'm like, oh, shit, man, you could probably hang from this if I just let you go. He is strong. So real savage over here. Another thing is he gets the hiccups a lot.
Yeah, he had the hiccups a lot in utero.
Yeah, that's true. He did. Just keeping it consistent then. Mm-hmm. But it's like multiple times a day he gets hiccups.
Some of them are fairly aggressive too.
Yeah, and you see it upsets him a little bit. He doesn't like particularly cry during it, but it'll happen. And
He's just like,
to piggyback on that, the facial expressions that babies make
oh
are
my
so funny.
God.
He just goes through like these ranges of like, you just look at him for a minute and he'll make 37 different facial expressions.
Most of them are upset or like annoyed, like pursing his lips together, like.
He'll do pouty face. He'll do angry. He'll wrinkle his forehead. He'll be like surprised.
And then he'll do like a little tiny smile and then
Yeah,
go back
yeah, a
to
little
like
tiny
pissed
smile.
off. You're like, what are you thinking
Like,
about?
what is going on? Most of this is why his eyes are closed. But it's so funny to just sit there and watch him. It's multiple personalities going on right now. Yeah. He's not really a burper, but we've been getting some good toots out of him.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Good tootie boy. Not always leading to big dumps or anything, but...
No, he actually doesn't poop that much.
Yeah. Pees quite a bit.
Yeah.
But
so I know he's hydrated.
Yeah. Not really a pooper. Speaking of hydration, Amanda drinks all the water.
Oh my God. It's like
Just need to get you that 5-gallon jug and strap it to your back or something. Get a little straw in it.
That's what Ariel and I were talking about yesterday. Because it's like a switch. As soon as he latches on, I'm just like, where's my water? It's incredible. I pee.
It's so real.
I would say I pee more now, but I think it's just going straight to my boob milk. Like.
Yeah. Down your old gullet and right to the tit.
Yeah.
Right into his mouth.
I'm so thirsty all the time.
She probably drinks. How big is that?
I think it's 26.
Okay, yeah. So it's a little bit forward. There we go. She's drinking.
It's 20. Well,
it's a protein shaker cup.
it's probably 22 ounces.
So she's drinking 12 of those a day,
Yeah,
maybe.
like literally.
Not joking. A lot of water consumption. Let us know if you guys drank all the water while you were breastfeeding. It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes me thirsty seeing how much water she's drinking. Oh, this was something I was concerned about, like, and have continued to be concerned about, starting to get less because he's getting a little bigger, a little stronger, but I'm always worried about, like, just crushing him.
Oh.
Just in general, like, when we first brought him home, he was so small, all these things, and then we try to, like, put him in his outfits and, put
like,
his clothes on.
his
I'm
little
like, oh
arms
my God, I hope
through.
I don't just break your leg off by
Moving
because
it,
it's everything is so small. It seems so fragile. I can touch his tummy and feel his little ribs, and it's like, God, everything is so fragile. And then the way at which he throws his fucking head around, like, oh my God, dude, it's so violent. But yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I'm always concerned about.
Yeah, or just like moving his arm like back to like, or move like trying to
Yeah.
grab his fingers and pull him. Like, okay, grab on. So
Yeah,
you
because
can.
he's like tensed up.
So
you have to
tense.
wait until he untenses, and then you can like move his arm or
Yeah.
move his leg out straight into his little footy thing.
Yeah, and just like kind of a side note, so like trying to swaddle him is impossible unless he wants to be swaddled, because his arms, like, he'll just tuck his arms up by his face and you are fucking not moving them.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like position of power right
Yeah.
here. And you try and pull him down. He's like, no.
it's the same thing when trying to change it, which he hates being changed and he hates getting his diaper changed.
Yeah. You would think you would like getting your diaper changed, or like sitting in either a wet or a.
Just like a heavy,
Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder if it's because the wipes are cold. I feel like he cries less during the day when the room is warmer.
Yeah. I mean, I don't particularly like to be
Cold balls.
cold and naked.
Yeah.
That's another thing. When boys come out, they got big balls on them.
Yeah, they do.
I was quite surprised. I was like, wow.
Some cojones.
Yeah, geez, buddy.
They're swollen.
These things are going to produce some testosterone. But they have since shrunk. I mean, they're probably half the size that they were when they first came out.
They're still fairly large.
Yeah,
but
still pretty big, which, obviously not sure.
He's not South Park ball cancer episode
Yeah,
anymore.
he's not hopping around on those things, but they're a good size. Let's see what else. Amanda cut the topper on our bed because we've been working on sleeping. We've been working on his sleeping and everything. Yeah. So sleeping in his crib, which he did not like at the very beginning, which is great. You get this nice expensive crib that does all these things. And he's like, I don't really like this.
Yeah, he doesn't like the bouncer. Maybe I can start trying to do that during his daytime naps or something.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
bounces with him a little bit.
Yeah, see if we can get him used to that.
But we've been doing, utilizing the rocking chair and all sorts of other things. And then most people, I wouldn't say most people, a lot of people don't sleep with their baby in the bed with them, but a lot of people do. You want to talk a little bit more on that?
Like, I never wanted a bed chair. And then he came and I'm like, well, sleeping in a rocking chair isn't safe. And God, here's my voice. Excuse me. And God, it's so much easier to sleep with him next to me. But our mattress topper was like a 3 or 4 inch memory foam thing that you literally just sink. And then so like if I set
Conform to your body.
Yeah, so he would just like have to be completely against my body to prevent him from rolling into me, which is super scary. Like the idea of bed sharing to me is terrifying because if something were to happen to him, I would want to kill myself. Like I don't know how I could recover from that if he died because I had him in the bed. So I've been trying to look into all of these things of like, okay, well, if it is going to happen, occasionally, which it's been a couple hours a night. So he'll normally do like a 3-hour stretch or 4-hour stretch in the bed, and then he'll do the rest of it in his bassinet. But super scary to me. And so I want to make sure I'm doing it the best way possible. And so us having the super soft bed was my biggest concern. And
because you could go face down on the topper, and again, it would just like conform to your face.
yeah,
But if you were on a mattress, a normal mattress, like there's...
He has a decent enough head strength where he could lift his head up if he was in danger, but he wouldn't be able to do that with our mattress topper. So I literally took some scissors and I cut my half off.
Yeah. She's actually generous. She cut a little bit less than half off, and now she's regretting it, wishing that she cut... Well, she could cut a little bit more. There's no... she could go further. She can't go backwards. She can attach some of it back on.
Yeah.
So now we have this, like, nice 3-inch dip in our bed.
My side of the bed is so much lower.
Nina's like, what the fuck is this?
I know. She's like, what am I sleeping on stairs? But yeah, so I did that 2 nights ago, and I feel so much better about it. You know, I'm cold because I try not to wear my shirt and just my bra, so that way there, you know, no fabric can get over him. You know, I try to keep the blankets at my waist and below, so there's nothing around him.
Yep. And let's be honest, guys, she's doing an absolutely great job. I mean,
thanks, baby.
I've done a little bit up to this point as far as my role in everything that I can do, but you moms, and obviously I see it firsthand with you, you guys just doing such a incredible job, and it seems like so much work, and I know it is a lot of work, and I know it's probably extremely draining, and you know, you're the one getting up basically all the time. Like, granted, I wake up.
Yeah, you do wake up.
But I can't really do anything. Because normally when he's getting up, he's like, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry, feed me now.
Right now. We have had a little bit of connections where I can rock him back to sleep, or he likes certain motions or, you know, certain little sounds that you can do for him. But, yeah.
He wakes up aggressively hungry, let's just say that.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. He's just aggressively hungry all the time.
If he had guns, he'd be like, where's the fucking food? Give me the food right now. Think of it as like Stewie and Lois.
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to kill you.
Exactly. Give me what I want, or I'm going to plot your death, you dumb bitch.
But it's nothing but love, you know? If he had to save her dumbass, he'd save her. But,
oh, God. It does surprise. I think I wasn't expecting him to cry as much as he does cry. And I think some of that was gas pain, and then the other half, I think, is hunger.
Yeah.
And we're still learning which one is which.
Yeah, Amanda's always concerned about, like, how he's crying, like something's wrong. And we've kind of broken down the few things that a baby could be saying when they're crying. And one is, I have to go to the bathroom, or not I have to go to the bathroom. Maybe I went to the bathroom, or I have, like, gas in my stomach and I'm uncomfortable. I'm tired. I'm hungry. And I don't like you, bitch.
I'm bored.
Yeah. Entertain me. Where's the boob?
Ow.
But really, it seems like it's come down to the two for him of, like, I'm hungry and I have gas.
It's my money and I want it now.
I need to get it out. We actually did use that little farty tool thing.
Oh, yeah, the Windy, it's the knockoff version, Groundsy, or the Frida Windy. It's the anal insert for gas relief. Someone actually sent it to me yesterday and was like, I don't know if you've used this. And I'm like, holy fuck, I did use this. And she's like, so many people don't know about this and it's fantastic. I'm like, the first time.
You want to explain it for people that don't know what it is?
So it's a little plastic tube, essentially, with a stopper on it. And then you put lube on it and you put it up their anus.
It's a little one.
It's a little tiny, like very flexible. But what it does is it goes into the sphincter to release any gas that's stuck in their stomach. And it's, you know, obviously you're not putting any medicine in their body or anything like that. It's just a very natural way to relieve gas immediately. Because
let's be honest, guys, if you've had farts in your stomach that you haven't let out, I had to go to the doctor when I was a child about this, because I would hold my farts in class and it would just destroy my stomach. Like, I would get the worst stomach pains and cramps and everything. Yeah. And I went to the doctor and they did a little scan or whatever, and they're like, dude, Charlene, woman, mom, your son needs to fart more. Like, he's holding his farts and we could see his stomach is full of gas.
Oh.
And I'm like, I'm not farting in class, man. That's fucked up. But yeah, so you can imagine, like, as a little baby, like, what is this intense stomach pain that I'm getting? Oh, I have to fart. Oh, for whatever reason, it can't come out.
Yeah.
So this little thing you put in there, and we did it because he was crying bloody murder one night, and we're like, holy shit, dude, what is going on?
Yeah. We're like, fuck it, let's try it. I don't know.
And so we put the little thing in. It wasn't like no like, you know, giant fart sounds, but I'm pretty sure there was a nice little of wind sound. And he was just like, okay, I'm going to sleep now.
Immediately stopped screaming and went to sleep. Like, while it was still inside, I had it in there for 5 seconds, and he was asleep by the time I pulled it out.
So if you are having a baby, if you're about to have a baby, if you just had a baby, you know, Steve Cordes, a couple other people out there that we know that will be having babies. If you haven't done this before, don't have this on deck, I would get these. What are they called again?
Yeah, they're Windy, WINDI, or just you can look up like just instant gas colic relief insert.
Yeah.
And there's knockoff versions all over Amazon that are cheaper than the actual name brand. We bought the knockoff ones, and they're the same exact thing. They come with a little stopper, so there's no way to insert it too far. Like, don't worry. It's a little scary the first time, but dude, the second time we used it, it did not help, so that was not the problem. Yeah. But we're doing elimination. You don't want to rely on it, obviously, all the time. So we bought, like, probiotic drops and you know, different gas drops and things like that. But it's healthy to have immediate relief option.
Yep, so that was nice. He's just passed out on the tit right now. Good for you, buddy. Let's see what else. We've had so many things that have happened. We went and got his birth certificate.
Oh, God.
His Mexican birth certificate.
Yep.
That wasn't without some problems. Originally, they had put that he was born in 2023.
Yeah, the hospital. So the hospital gives you a little form that me as a mom, I had to put my thumbprint on. But they wrote 2023 and then wrote a 4 over it. And
the place with the birth certificate was like, nah, that ain't gonna fly.
Yeah, they're like, you have to take this back to the hospital, have a doctor sign a revision thing on the back. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? And they're like, nope. Or, yep, yeah, I'm serious. I'm not fucking around. I'm not going to take this. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
So we did that, and that took a couple days to go through.
But when we went back to the hospital, we found out that our friend was having the baby that day and was at the hospital the same time that we were.
Yeah, absolutely insane. Amanda went up there.
Yeah. You had a call.
Yeah, but you went up there and you ended up seeing her.
Yeah, I did. And
I saw her husband in the parking lot.
And I did not see the husband. I only saw her and the baby, and we did a little switcheroo.
But yeah, their baby was supposed to be born like
February 9th or something.
Yeah, like a month later, a little over a month later. And they had him 4 days after we had Keanu.
Yeah, and their baby was 36 weeks.
Yeah, so
naturally.
And they also weren't supposed to have the baby at the place that we had the baby.
Yeah.
But they ended up having to go there because of an extremely long labor and just...
Yeah, she wasn't progressing, so they had to give her Pitocin and an epidural, which didn't take. And so they had to water birth in the same tub that we did.
That had to be exhausting.
Dude, like 36 hours or something?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep. And so, yeah, they literally went through the same exact thing. They were in the room that we were in. They, were in the tub that we were in. All that stuff. So
just connected on so many levels.
Yeah, buddies were born 4 days apart in the same exact hospital, same room, same tub.
Yep.
Same everything.
That's
so
funny.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, but we got the form fixed. We went back, and then
they had also told us, hey, while we were there, you're gonna need 2 witnesses.
Yeah.
So we're like, fuck. Okay, well, let's figure out 2 witnesses. So luckily my mom was still here, and we call our buddy Daniel, who Daniel and Natalie, that we are good friends that we drove down with. And
so
he came and met us one of the mornings.
So they both signed it.
Yep. So Daniel is on our son's birth certificate, and so is my mom. And yeah, I mean, you got his little fingerprint on there.
Yeah, that's right, because essentially it was going to be free, but they're like, the next appointment isn't until February 25th if you want it free, or you can pay 1,900 pesos and get it today.
Yeah, we didn't have the time to wait
man.
till February.
Because Yeah, we need that to do literally everything else.
Yeah. And so we need that to go get his American passport.
We need it to get his Mexican passport.
His Mexican passport. Yeah. All of that stuff. So now we're in the process of booking appointments to go get his Mexican passport now that we have his birth certificate.
So he was actually supposed to be at his Mexican appointment right now for the passport, but I didn't realize there's one form that we need from the pediatrician, and there's no way to cancel or reschedule your appointment. There's only like 8 different options to book an appointment. So as soon as I booked it, they sent me the list of documents, and I'm like, oh, fuck,
That's
I
funny that they
forgot
wouldn't
about
tell you the
this
list
one.
of documents beforehand.
Yeah,
But hopefully now that it's passed, they'll let us book again.
I hope so.
They're like, nope, sorry.
Yeah,
You fucking stood us up.
One shot. That's all you get.
Can't come in here. So we're working on getting that done. That's in Cancun. Mm-hmm. And then we have to go to Merida to get our, to go to the American consulate to get his American passport.
Yeah, so-
because dual citizenship, baby.
Yeah, so that appointment is the CRBA, the registration of birth abroad, consular registration of birth abroad. So that's, how people that have babies outside of the U.S., how they register their children. So he can get his passport at the same appointment, but that's also going to give him, like, I believe, a social security number and make him an American citizen as well.
Yep.
Sup, fool?
Yeah.
What's up, fools? So Merida is where?
It's northwest of Cancun towards the upper peninsula
Okay,
of
gotcha.
the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico.
Is it really colorful up there? The buildings, or is that someplace else I'm thinking?
Well, there's a couple different areas. So like, I think Oaxaca is one of those too, but Merida is more of a, their downtown is more of a Spanish colonial architecture.
That's
It's a
kinda what I was
much
thinking.
larger city. It's actually considered the safest city in Mexico. It's about 45 minutes from Progreso, which is the beach town on the very, very north side of the Yucatan.
Not the soup.
Oh, hello. Yeah, so we're
And
spending
they
2
don't
nights
switch
there.
to Eastern time over there.
No, they don't.
It's interesting because we'll drive over there and it'll be an hour earlier.
True, yeah. Only Quintana Roo does that.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers.
So yeah, we're gonna go get that done. Spend a night,
2 nights.
2 nights there. We're doing that on the 8th, and yeah, that'll be a cool little trip. So myself, Amanda, the baby, my mom, and Miss Nina Sanchez.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Let's see what else. This was a big deal. Amanda had the lactation consultant come by because we were struggling at the beginning with his latching, and it was just tearing up Amanda's
They were
nips,
bleeding.
just tearing him up. And so she had this lady come by who was really nice and obviously knew a lot about breasts.
She's
and
the
feeding.
only international board lactation, IBL, whatever the abbreviation is for the big deal people. She's the only one in Playa. But I feel like she could have done better. I don't know.
Yeah?
Like, she didn't even check my flanges for the pump.
I don't know what that
and
means.
The size of the thing that goes around my nipple.
Huh.
And so I sent her a video yesterday, and I'm like, I think this is the wrong size. And she's like, oh, yeah, that's the wrong size. But she could have easily checked it.
Huh.
But I don't know. She definitely gave me some good tips. But she found out that he had a tongue tie.
No. She didn't find out he had a
Well,
tongue tie. I knew he had a tongue tie.
You could
Looking at
see.
his mouth, I'm like, his little thing went all the way to the edge of his tongue,
Yeah.
which runs on my side of the family. I had it. My dad had it. My grandpa had it. So we thought that was giving him some issue with potentially latching because you're very restricted with your tongue movement, where your tongue needs to go. Oh, puppies, it's okay. Oh, no. It's okay. So, yeah, that was another thing. We had to go get his little thing snipped, which Amanda said he handled pretty well. I wasn't there, but she said he handled that pretty well because it's just a super, super thin piece of skin.
Yeah, they had to do it twice.
Oh, no. He's like, people can't hear me on the podcast. I need to be heard. I need need to be heard. It's okay, puppies. So, gosh, let's see.
Oh, and then he got his vaccine.
Yeah, guys, vaccines. But you need me to pause this for a second so mommy can... Oh, okay. I pause it for a second. We'll be back, folks. And just like that, we're back. You didn't even know it. Had to switch the old boob around.
Yep.
You know, so is life.
It is.
Tits run out of milk.
All
Sometimes.
my life is being attached at the boob.
Feed, 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 feed.
I'm surprised he doesn't weigh more than he does. Actually, I don't even know how much he weighs.
Yeah, I'm assuming he gained some weight. For sure. Yeah. He also does that thing where he fucking just like grabs his face.
Oh my God, like just scraping.
Yeah, like we constantly try and shave his little nails down and everything because, boy, he just like, he'll just like drag his fingers across his
eyes
face and his eyes and stuff. And you're like, oh my God, dude. A couple of times he had scratched himself. I'm like, we got to grab his little hands and shave his fingernails down. But it's the real, I mean, you would think like, doesn't that hurt? I'm scratching the shit on my face right now.
It's like, I don't care, I'm hungry.
Yeah. Don't know why he's doing it. But anyways, you did have the doula come over a couple days ago and do your closing ceremony.
Oh, yeah. So she, she said she forgot the tincture. But there's another mom in the sister neighborhood next door, the Malaga. Okay. So she's like, I'll be over here all the time. So, so she came over. So in Mexico and other Latin American countries, they have something postpartum that's called a closing of the bones ceremony. And so basically what they do is they'll come give you a massage, like an abdomen massage and then a full body massage, and then wrap rebozos around your body and like pull them tight essentially to close your bones. And it's basically just a type of ceremony to enter a new part of your life to say, thank you for my body for producing this baby. And now I am closing that chapter and opening the motherhood chapter. And that is essentially the goodbye ceremony to the pregnancy part. So you're closing your bones, you're moving on to the next chapter. So that was kind of cool because I don't remember if the other doulas included that in their price or if it was something extra, but she did. So it was really nice. It was a very lovely massage. I wasn't expecting it to be a full body one, but she even like rubbed my feet and stuff too. I was like, nice. Who doesn't love a good foot rub?
Good footy rubs.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was super nice, super relaxing. And then, there was a part at the end, like when you're done doing yoga and you just like lay there in silence. So we were like, she was sitting on the floor and I was on the bed, and I felt like it was like 20 minutes. So like at some point I like opened my eyes and like peeked out. I'm like, she's still here. Like she left. She fucking left. But yeah, it was really nice. So I had that traditional ceremony under my belt now.
Yep, trying to do some traditional stuff, take advantage of where we're at. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Amanda's been working on pumping lately because, we're going to need to factor some of that in with our travels and everything that we'll be doing here. Mm-hmm. So it's getting better and better. Luckily, he's not just pounding, gallons of milk, bottles after bottles in the first place.
It's going. Oh, did you go potty, baby? Yep, I think so. That's okay.
Good.
It's going not great, but I think, if I'm just consistent, like I'll get like 1 ounce out of both boobs in the morning. So I just need to continuously pump and
Wasn't that after he's feeding on them?
Yeah, that's after he's feeding. So, I mean, I'm just trying to empty them so my boobs can just produce more. Yeah. Because it's all about supply and demand. So the more you want, and demand. Yeah, the more you want to produce, the more you have to latch him, the more you have to pump. And then the more your boobs get empty, the more that they fill up and the faster they fill up. So that way you can empty them again. So we'll get there.
All in good time.
It's only been 2.5 weeks. So
yeah. Speaking of 2.5 weeks, a couple days ago we celebrated his 2 weeks of being alive.
Yeah.
So, we were able to keep him alive through the hardest part of it, which I think is the very beginning.
Yeah. And we are alive as
Yeah,
well.
we're also alive, coming up on a month here. So we'll have to take his little picture on his little blankie and whatever that thing is that people do. Like, he's 1 month old. Put him at the one on the clock or something. I don't know what it is.
Your sister gave us a little blanket thing.
Oh, okay. Cool. Let's talk about Nina for a second. Nina started out fairly intense.
Oh my God.
Around the baby, like she is around all babies. She's just like, I don't think she fully understands that. I mean, she gets that it's a small little baby and everything, but I don't think she's like, trying to get all close to it. And the crying thing was, I think, very new to her as well. Because Amanda doesn't cry that often, and I don't cry that much either. So she was like,
I have had my bouts so far, but not that much.
This new thing of these belting cries.
Yeah, these screams. I don't scream.
They're shrills. And so it's taken her some getting used to, but I think she's definitely kind of settled down now. She really just likes licking his face, which, nobody particularly loves.
Yeah, and the little nibbles on the ears, I have to really be on her because she'll just
Yeah. I mean, the things that you think as a parent, you're like, I just want to eat those little hands or bite those little toesies.
Yeah,
and
she's
Nina's
like,
I
I'm going to do it.
I just want to put his little ear in my mouth. And you're like, that's not how that works. But she's getting a lot better, I think. And, filling into her big sister role.
Yeah. I'm proud of her.
Yeah, she's doing good. Unfortunately, Bubby is currently dealing with some face acne.
Oh my gosh, it's really bad.
Yeah, which, again, we've looked up a bunch of stuff. Everything says this is very common, but it sucks because...
It's on his eyelids and the corner of his eyes and his upper lip and his
just little
nose.
Little tiny bumps. And we read into some things like, this is how long it should last. This is when it should go away. Or keep washing his face with warm water and just doing the little things to make sure that he's not allergic to anything or, anything like that. So
please don't be allergic to coffee.
Yeah, that's right. It could be something that you're consuming that's giving him the issues.
Well, I basically stopped milk. I've just been using almond milk.
Yeah, I know they said.
Which I love the milk here.
I know they said
cut down on cheese.
Dairy was somewhat of a
agitator.
An issue. Yeah. But I don't think there's any way that he could be allergic to caffeine with how much you consumed, period, during the pregnancy.
Well, I didn't consume that much, but I did 50 to 80 milligrams a day.
Yeah, I mean.
But that was a very consistent dosage.
That's probably not peanut butter.
No, definitely not peanut butter, because I had a cup of that a day for 9 months.
Can't be a peanut allergy, that's for sure.
I did it for you, Keanu.
Yeah, that's what she was saying as she was going through a container a week. She was like, this is for you. I can't believe I'm doing. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is so good. Our friends came over yesterday with their baby. Mm-hmm. And so the boys got to meet. Their baby's name is Raya.
Yep, Raya.
Raya, yep. Raya is the movie, which we liked as a girl's name.
Yeah.
Rye, and he's a cutie.
He's fairly tan.
Yeah, he's pretty tan.
She's tan, but...
She's not tan. She's not darker than me. She's not darker than me. We were next to each other yesterday. I was like, your baby might be darker than you right now.
Yeah, I think Raya is darker than her.
But
that's funny.
They're the ones that had their baby 4 days after us. And so brought him over. Boys got to sleep next to each other. Sleep next to each other for a little bit. We just kind of caught up, and obviously the moms got some laughs about how hard it is to be doing what they're doing and the change in lifestyle and everything like that.
It's like, oh, I have to wait until someone can help me brush my teeth now? You mean I have to I look forward to putting on deodorant around like noon.
Going to the bathroom, holding the baby.
Pulling your pants up with one hand, trying to wash your hand with one hand. Like, here we
Skills, man. You're acquiring a whole new set of skills.
Yep. Oh my gosh, on my Facebook group, the mom group, it's like, what have you learned? Like, tell me the funny things that you've learned how to do now that you have to hold a baby, and everyone's like, pick up shit with my toes.
Wipe with my left.
Yeah, seriously. I ate dinner with my left hand the other day, and I was like, this feels weird.
Enjoy a cold dinner. We did get a microwave.
We did.
Which we didn't have almost for a year being out here. Well, actually, no, we had a microwave at the other place.
Oh, yeah. So since
right.
September.
Yeah.
November.
Which
so
was
4 or 5 months.
I mean, we may do without it, but there's certain things that you want to put in the microwave to make. Like
leftovers.
Yeah, Amanda makes oatmeal in the morning, and it's like, do I have to make oatmeal in the pan? It's a hassle sometimes. So we ended up finding a pretty affordable microwave.
On sale.
Remember, not everything out here is super affordable like that.
No.
So we found a nice little one.
It was still like $80 or something.
Yeah.
Which is the cheapest thing out here by a lot.
Let's see, what else?
We got a coffee maker.
Yeah, a coffee maker.
Because the French press was just too
Not
much.
Not enough for Amanda and my mom.
Yeah.
My mom's been big help.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to have her here.
Yeah, it's been very helpful. Probably
cooking, cleaning, laundry.
Yep, a lot of stuff that.
Watching, taking care of Nina.
Yeah, taking Nina to the park and stuff, and
picking up her poop every day.
Yep, she's been a huge help. So, it's been a crazy couple of weeks, but
we're still good. We're not agitated at each other at all. Like we're very affectionate still.
Yeah, not even a little bit. To be honest, we're probably gonna take a shower together after this.
Yeah,
because. Can't remember when the last time I showered was. I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
After the gym. Did I go to the gym yesterday? I did go to the gym yesterday, yeah. But
just
haven't had
any
problem.
Time.
Yeah, a little bit of alone time. So Mimi will be watching Little Man for a bit.
Well, good thing he's been literally eating for like how long have we been?
The podcast, about 45 minutes now. So he should be good, at least for a few minutes. Are you giving me the finger? What are you doing? No, that's just you point your finger.
He's like, number one.
Yeah.
Number one.
I've been going for 45 minutes. I'm the greatest of all time. But, we're going to start. There's some good football games on today. We're at the NFC and the AFC championship games. So that'll be exciting. Going to have our friends come over and watch the Niners. Oh, wait, it's not the Niners. It'll be the Chiefs Ravens game. And made some guacamole, me. And let's see what else.
The best guacamole.
There's going to do some stuff with the baby today, work on some of his tummy time and all that good stuff. But anything else you got to say before we wrap up episode 58 of the We're Actually Parents podcast, Still Trying to Parent podcast?
Oh gosh, it's been it's just been an experience. It's definitely very hard, but holy shit, like when his eyes are open and he's not crying and he's just staring at you, you're like, this is love. Oh, what a feeling.
And he's like,
Mama, I love you.
Yeah.
Mama, I love you.
No, maybe. But, I could probably change his outfit because he's got pee on him.
Yep. Let's hopefully.
Unless it's sweat.
Might be sweat. Might be a combination of your sweat and his sweat.
No, I think this is pee.
That's pee. Is that barbecue sauce or blood? It's blood. Alrighty, folks. Well, appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back next week. What days are we going to, Merida?
The 7th, the night of so it's Wednesday and Thursday night.
Okay. Yep. Well, we'll be back next week with another Why is this not playing? Oh, it is playing. Ding. We'll be back next week with another episode of the podcast. Appreciate you tuning in. Good luck out there if you're a parent. Stay strong, my friends. Love you, baby.
Love you too, baby.
Peace.
And I love you, little baby.
Love you, Keanu.